Hello everyone and welcome to D Teaches. I knew you would be back. I'm really happy to welcome you to another video lesson for B2 or upper intermediate students. If you're still a bit unsure about how to use would, used to, be used to, get used to, then stay here with me until the end. I suggest watching it while taking detailed notes to best understand all the concepts. Did you know that the modal verb would can be used to talk about past events that were often repeated? For example, Michael would run 10 miles per day when he was fit. Or, when Kate was a little girl, she would play with her neighbor's dog all the time. In both of these cases, would can be substituted by used to. So it's perfectly fine to say, Michael used to run 10 miles per day when he was fit. Or, when Kate was a little girl, she used to play with her neighbor's dog all the time. If you use would or used to in these sentences, what you imply here is the same as I told you before. Those events happened multiple times, a long time ago, and have no connection with the present whatsoever. Remember, would is followed by an infinitive. Used to is also followed by an infinitive. Another example. I always used to bring 2 apples as a snack to school. Or, I would always bring 2 apples as a snack to school. See, I did that many times when I was little, a long time ago, and I'm not doing that in the present anymore. But it's not always that easy. There is an important rule that you need to be aware of. Would cannot be used before stative verbs. There should come used to. What are stative verbs? Well, sometimes they're also called state verbs. They are verbs that describe a state of a person or a situation. Love, be, want, believe, etc. The opposite would be active verbs or action verbs. Jump, look, dance, design, read, etc. Here is an example. When George studied at school, he used to love sleeping late. Here, unfortunately, it would sound very strange if you said George would love sleeping late, because love is a state or stative verb. I would run 10 kilometers per day. It sounds like a conditional, so it's really important to set a time frame. But if you say, I used to run 10 miles per day, it doesn't always require the time frame because the context is quite clear. You're talking about a past event. So would is a little bit tricky. It requires a time frame. Keep that in mind. In a nutshell, the use of would is a little bit more restricted than of used to. So if you're not sure which one to use, it's best to choose used to. Now, if you want to talk about your habits or things you're familiar with or accustomed to, then used to will be preceded by the verb to be in the correct tense and followed by a verb plus ing. Here's an example. I'm not used to driving on the left side of the road. Driving on the right side of the road is not a problem for me. I'm totally comfortable with that. But on the left, I'm not used to it. Here's another one. My family isn't used to drinking 2 liters of water daily. My family drinks coffee, tea, but they don't have a habit of drinking a lot of water every day. Be used to can also be followed by a noun or a pronoun. Mary is used to New York. She doesn't get lost in the city anymore. Chris has never been used to cold weather. He feels miserable and lethargic when it's cold. My new cat doesn't seem to be used to me yet. As you have just seen, be used to can be used in all tenses. Just remember to conjugate the verb be. Now, if you want to talk about the process of adapting to something new or becoming familiar with something, the verb that will help you here is get. We say get used to something or get used to doing something. When Natalie moved to Germany, she had to get used to speaking German everywhere. During the lockdown, I got used to spending more time at home. Now, a quick test. Are you ready? Good job, you guys! Thank you for watching this video lesson until the end and doing the test. I hope you didn't cheat. What score did you get, by the way? Before I go, I would like to tell you that I have created a PDF file with a lot of important information. There you can find how to make affirmative, negative sentences and also how to make questions. There will be some exercises with answer keys. You can find it all in the description box down below. If you'd like to practice written English, write a couple of sentences in the comments about you using the new expressions that you learned today. I'll give you my feedback with corrections. Like always, if you enjoyed this video lesson, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share this video lesson with your friends, acquaintances who are learning English. See you next Sunday. Bye!